guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, I'll be teaching you how to make a doctor. And also, you'll learn how to make the head of the boy, a man that y'all requested from me. And I hope you have a fun time learning it from me. And without further ado, shall we get into it? Okay, now we take our black color scrap. Okay, we're gonna twist and turn into a knot. Okay, a knot here. We need to make it big enough to be a resin, like this. Okay. Once you have this, we're gonna just cut off the remaining, dip it at the side, and we can cut off the small little part here. Okay, so we should have something like this. And once you're done with this, we're gonna take our Lincoln loom. We're gonna just throw it in. Okay, throw it inside. So the resin is in. You can see. Okay, and make sure it's in, and we're gonna pump it up. Okay, once we pump it up, I would like to squeeze a bit so it look round. Okay, once we have this size, we're gonna tie it up. Okay, once you have this, we're gonna make sure between the nozzle and this long part, so it's somewhere here, correct? And then we're gonna make sure our resin is at the point. And once we have it, we're gonna just grab the resin, and we're gonna turn the balloon a few rounds like this. Okay. Once you have this, we're gonna take our scraps again. We're gonna take our 3 fingers. We're gonna just pull on to the scrap, and the other hand, you're gonna pull it long at this side, and just gonna turn it 1 round, 2 round, 3 round. Okay. Once you have done it, now we're gonna make a knot like this. Okay, you should have something like that. Once you've done this, you can cut this part short like this. Not too short, but just cut the part shorter a bit. Once you have this, we're gonna move on to our 360 gauge. We're gonna pump it up by a little bit, like literally a little bit. Okay, when we've done this, we're gonna tie it up, and we're gonna do 2 bubbles. This part will be the neck part. Okay, once you have these 2 bubbles, we're gonna take our nozzle, connect to this part. So we're gonna just fold it down. Use our 2 fingers to hold it like this, and don't let go your 2 fingers. We're just gonna turn. Okay, I'm still holding on. Okay, so it's tight here. Once you're done that, we're gonna slot the nozzle through. Okay, once you've done this, we're gonna make sure we tie the nozzle and this inflated balloon here. We're gonna just press a little bit of air out, so we have some space. So you're just gonna tie it. Okay, like this. You can tie 1 or 2 times. Okay, usually I'll tie 2 times. Okay, once you've done that, you're gonna cut it off. Okay, and share something like this. Once you finish, we're gonna hold our balloon this way, and we're gonna press. One is clockwise, one hand is clockwise, the other hand is anti-clockwise. Okay, so press and turn. Okay, you should have a pinch twist, a double pinch twist like this. Okay. Once you've done this, we're gonna take our head. We're gonna use the part that we put the resin, right? We're gonna pull up the balloons like this. Pull and put our pinch twist here, like this, like this, like this. And we're gonna just make sure it's tight in, like that. Okay. As you can see, this part is not very tight, so you're gonna use the whole round balloons to turn around the pinch twist, like this. Okay, once you've done that, you should have something like this. And then make sure your pinch twist is straight. Okay, it shouldn't be curved to the bottom or curved up. Okay, it should be straight like this for both sides. Okay. Okay, once you've done that, we're gonna move on to the hair. We're gonna take our 260 black. We're gonna pump it up. All the way. Left this allowance. Okay, once you have this, we're gonna take our head again. We're gonna take this part, actually any part of it, okay? Either is the nozzle side or this Lincoln side. Okay, we're just gonna take this part. We're gonna crisscross like this. Okay. Okay, after you crisscross, you're gonna tie it, a knot. Make sure you tie 2 knots. Okay. Once you have done that, you can cut this. Once you've done that, you can cut this part off. Okay. So you should have something like this. Next, we're gonna move on to one bubble. One bubble. And we're gonna twist this into a pinch twist. So you pull, turn, like this. Okay? Okay, once you're done, we're gonna measure the whole head from the Lincoln side to the resin side. Okay? And measure, not too tight like that. So just slightly tighter a bit to the nozzle side here. Okay, once you have the measurements, you're gonna make a twist here. Okay, once you make a twist, you're gonna make another bubble, and you're gonna make the bubble into a pinch twist, pull and turn. Okay, once you're done that, now we are gonna take our nozzle side, gonna tie it into the pinch twist. So you should have something like that. Okay, once you've done this, we're gonna think of what parting we want for our little boy or our daughter. Okay, so we're gonna just put one side, gonna just pinch and twist one side like this. Okay, once you've done this, we're gonna move on to pump up our second 260 black. Okay, this one can be slightly shorter a bit. Okay, the allowance is this. And once you have this, we're gonna tie it on the fringe part here. Okay, just make sure it's tight. Go around a few rounds. Okay, once you go a few rounds, we're gonna do a bubble here. Okay, And we're gonna make it into a peaches. And make sure the nozzle go a few rounds around the peaches like this. Okay. Once you've done that, you should have something like that. Okay. To make sure the top black balloon is right in the middle here, okay, on top of the head, so you can try to make sure and measure through the sides like this. See if it's measured, if it's aligned. If it's not aligned, then you're just gonna push it back a little like this. Okay. Once you've done this, we're gonna move to our balloon. That is the balloon that is on our nozzle side. We're gonna do a long bubble like this. Okay, about same size as the first one here. Okay, and once you've done that, we're gonna take our second balloons, which is the top part of the balloons. We're gonna do a bubble like this. So you should have something like that. Okay. Once you've done this, we're gonna crisscross them together like this. Okay. Once you've done this, we're gonna use the longer balloon for the rest of the hair. So you can measure and see which balloon is longer. Okay, it's very obvious. And we're gonna take our longest balloons. We're gonna go back down to the other pinch twist. So you're gonna measure, make sure it's slightly tight to the hair. I mean, make sure it's slightly tight to the head, so there won't be any gap in between. Okay, so this is how mine look like. Okay, my second balloon is slightly shorter by a bit. Okay, and we're gonna squeeze it into the pinch twist here. Like this. Okay, once you've done this, we're gonna move on and going back and forth the two long balloons here at the pinch twist part. Okay, so you're gonna go back and forth. Make sure it's tight to the scalp. Okay, long bubble here and one bubble at the other balloon. And we crisscross. Okay, something like this. Okay, once you've done this, we're gonna take the balloons that have more allowance here. Okay, we're gonna go back down to the other pinch twist. Make sure it's tight too, and we're gonna twist it to the pinch twist. Okay, as you can see, it slightly becomes shorter, from longer to shorter. Here also. Okay, once you're done, you're gonna take just now the same balloons at the sides of the pinch twist. You're gonna move up from the front. So we're gonna do some slight fringe because we are out of balloons. Okay, so we're gonna do some side one. This part I will slightly do longer, so it has the fringe side. Or you can, because the fringe side, right, if the sides, usually this part is a bit smaller, you can squeeze out a bit of air here and pull a bit. It created a long balloon here, the deflated one here, and you will have a slightly smaller hair portions like this. You can see. Okay, once you have this, we're gonna turn it into our pinch twist on top, right here. Okay, and adjust a bit. Okay, as you can see, there's a small little bubble here. Once you have this, we're gonna do a long bubble here, like this. Okay, this part will be slightly longer because we will add more fringe, more hair here. Okay, then we go back down to the last one. Okay, and block it off, the remaining. And make sure you secure everything. Okay, once you're done, you should have something like this. Okay, and right now we're gonna pump up another 260. About same length, same allowance. Okay, once you're done this, you're gonna tie the balloon at either side of the pinch twist. Make sure it's tight, as you can see. Okay, make sure it's tight, it's not loose. Okay, once you're done there, we're gonna repeat the same thing again to cover the back of the hair. To cover the back of the head. So one long bubble at one long bubble at this balloon. Okay, the other part will have one bubble, and you're gonna twist them together. And using the same long balloon, you're gonna go back down to the other side. So we just need to cover everything. Okay, you should have something like that. And then go back again. Okay, you should have something like this after the third balloons. Okay, now you're gonna pump up another one. Same allowance, and we're gonna attach it into one of the pinch twists. And we're gonna cover it more. Okay, once you add the last layer that we should think is enough for the bag, okay, I will make a long twist, the long bubble here as usual, and I will do one bubble additional and make it into a pinch twist like this. Okay, and then I will twist one bubble here. Okay, one technique for this, if it's too tight for you to twist, usually for me, I will bite a little small hole at the middle of the balloons. You know, every balloons, the middle will have a very thick layer of rubbles to prevent it from bursting if there's something sharp poking. So usually I will aim for the middle. I will press a little bit for the air to go down and bite. See if you can hear. So the air will come out from here, as you can see. Okay, there's a little hole here. Okay, once I do this, the air will slowly move out while I am able to continue twisting and not wasting the balloon. So one bubble here, and I'm gonna connect to the pinch twist that I created just now. Okay, like this. Okay, once you've done that, we're gonna continue to go back to the other side. Okay, you should have some something like that. For this part, you won't need any more, so you can just pluck it off. As you see, if you hear it, the air is still coming out. Okay, while I press, so I can just pluck it off and make sure you secure it well. Okay, the bag should be something like this. Okay. Okay. Once you've done that, we're gonna plug this one off and make sure you secure it well. Okay, and we're gonna pump up another 260. Same length, same allowance. Okay. Once you've done this, we're gonna attach from the fringe side, which is the pieces on the top here. I'm gonna attach that. Okay, and we're gonna make the fringe thicker. So usually I will see what I want to make the fringe. If I want it to make it like layer, then I will make it shorter like this. So it's slightly shorter from this balloon here. And I will squeeze the air out here. Just squeeze it out. So I have an allowance here. And this part, I'm gonna attach it back to the pinch twist at the other side. Like this. Okay. And then try to hide the balloon underneath. Okay. And you can do the same thing again by going back, up. It's up to you to style the hair. Okay, and once you're done, you can just pluck it off. This part, you can leave it a little. We can do a small hair popping out at the top. So you can do one bubble and slightly longer bubble like this. Okay, and we're gonna twist them together, just like how you do the. It's just like how you do the neck. Okay, just tie it. Okay, just make sure you double secure everything. Okay, and you can actually add a little pop-up balloon here to make it cute. That's up to you. I say it's up to you to style the hair. As long you like it, it will be very cute. Okay, once you've done this, we're gonna move on to the shirt. And we're gonna take one 360 blue. We're gonna pump it up just a little, like this. And we're gonna take our 360 white, gonna pump all the way, okay, to about this length, this allowance. Okay, once you have this, we're gonna take our head, we're gonna tie our nozzle into the neck here. So we're gonna just, if you can see, just gonna hold the nozzle here and turn it in. That's how I usually tie the balloon in to make sure it's secure and tight. Okay, once you've done this, we're gonna do 1, 2, 3. About 3 palm size. It's about my 3 palm size. It's about this length. Okay, once you have this, we're gonna do 2 bubbles. Okay, and we're gonna twist the 2 bubbles together like this. Okay, and we're gonna turn it into pinch twist. How do we turn it? We can either use the same method how we do our neck, turn it using our hand. If not, we can actually use the balloon here, okay, to twist it. How do we do that? It's something like that. So you see this middle in between, okay, we can just use the balloon here. We're just gonna rotate the balloon in like this, okay. As you can see, if I rotating, and I will go back up and rotate down again, it should become a pinch twist like this. Cool method, right? Okay, once you have this, we're gonna do the long twist again, same size as this one, the first one that you did. Okay, same size. Try to be same size, okay. Once you have the same size, you're gonna twist it back to the neck. Okay, once you've done that, we're gonna go back down again. Okay, once you're done, we're going to go back up again. So if you have something like this, we're gonna do the same thing again using the method. So if you actually see this part, right, is thicker, the balloon rubber here is thicker. So usually I will bite here, usually I will bite here. So I will try to pinch it down a bit and bite. As you see, the air is coming out, okay. We're gonna make sure it go back in. If this nozzle is too short, right, you can always, a new technique for you to learn, you can always take one balloon, you're gonna just tie them together like tying a knot, like how you tie a resin, okay. You just go through a few rounds here and tie a knot together, okay. Okay, this is how you can save more balloons. Okay, make sure you double tie. Okay, okay, this is how you can save more balloons. After this, you can just cut off the remaining. We don't need to be very long. Do something like this. Then we're gonna tie this up to the neck. So make sure it's very tight, okay? Because if you can see the string here is wrong already. So what you can do is to try to squeeze as close as possible. Okay? Once you squeeze it as close as possible, you can try to pull it in as close as possible. Okay? Okay, it should be something like that. Okay, then you try to make sure everything is slightly equal. Okay, once you've done this, we're gonna move on to our 360 blue. We're gonna add some color in between the shirt. So we're gonna attach the blue into the neck like this. Make sure it's tight. Okay, and we have the middle part. We're gonna squeeze it a little like this, as you can see. Okay. Once you have this, we're gonna measure a little, squeeze a little, okay, and we don't want it to be too much, so about this size, and we're gonna press out the air and go back down to the 2 pinch twists, something like this. Try to adjust everything like this. It's like a inner shirt inside the coat. Okay, once you have this, you can take it off. Make sure you secure everything. Okay, once you've done that, okay, we're gonna take our 260 white. Gonna pump it up. Okay. Once you've done, this is the length. Okay. Once you're done, we're gonna do 2 bubbles. And we're gonna do 2 pastries again, just like how you did the net. Now put them together, turn. Okay. And slide it through. And start. If you think the nozzle is a bit extra, you can just always cut it off. Okay, once you have done this, we're gonna add into our doctor. So if you can see, the hand is about this length. Okay, this is the length, and then we still need to add the hand, so maybe slightly shorter like this. Okay, I would say above the pinch twist from here, and we're gonna make a twist here. Okay, and we're gonna twist it inside the neck. Like this. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing again, same length as this. Okay. Okay, and 2 bubbles. Make sure it's same length. Okay, 2 bubbles and 2 pinch strips per thing. Okay, once you've done this, we're gonna plug this one off. We'll use this later. Okay, you should have something like that. Okay, once we've done this, we're gonna take our 260 beige color, gonna pump up a bit. Okay, this part we're gonna do a loop like this. Okay, not too big, something like this size. This size. Okay, it's like my 4-finger size. Okay, once you have this, gonna slide it through. And we're gonna tie it up. And gonna pluck it off. And do one more. Same thing again. Make sure it's same size. Okay, once you're done, should do like this. Okay, and we're gonna attach it into the hand. Okay, the 2 pinch twist here and the 2 pinch twist here. So just make sure it's tight. Cut off the unnecessary balloons. And you're done. For this part, if you don't want it to have both hands up, you can always have one hand down like this. Okay, how to make it go down? You can always press the hand into a V shape. You're gonna press a bit. Okay, once you press a bit, the hand should be something like that. You can just take any balloons that you can reuse. You can use any balloons that you want to reuse it, and you're gonna just slot it through the hand like this. Okay, if you can see the hand like that. Okay, make it slightly longer. Okay, once you have this, you can actually just grab the balloons like that, and you're gonna tie it at the entries at the bottom. So the hand will went down like this. So it's like the hand is like that. Okay, and this hand you can curve it up. It's like saying hi. Okay. Once you've done this, you're gonna take our 360 black. Gonna pump up. Don't need to be very long, about this size. Okay. And we're gonna take our 360 brown. I'm gonna pump up. Okay. The allowance. Okay. Once you've done that, we're gonna do a loop for the shoe. Something like this. No need to be very big. Something like that. This size. This is my hand. Okay. Just put it through, and we're gonna do 2 bubbles. And turn them together into peach trees. You should have something like that. Okay. Once you've done this, you're gonna press a bit so the air will move back. And there's something like this, you're gonna make a long bubble here, but not too long, about this size. Okay, and we're gonna do 2 bubbles here. And we're gonna turn it into pieces. Okay, so you should have something like that. And lastly, we're gonna do 1 more loop like this. If it's too tight, make sure you do the same thing like I do. Okay, pluck it. Take the air out, and off you go. Do. And you should have something like that. Okay, the allowance, you can just pluck it off. Like this. The shoe. Once we have the shoe, we're gonna move on to the pants. So we're gonna take the black color 360. We're gonna attach into one of the 2 pinch twists, either side. Make sure it's always tight. Okay. Make sure it's tight. Once you have this, we're gonna take our doctor again. We're gonna measure how long you want the legs to be. Okay, mine is roughly this length, slightly longer than the body. Okay, slightly longer than the body, as you can see. Okay, once you have the size you want, you're gonna attach it into the 2 pinch twists here. Once you've done that, we're gonna do the same length for the pants here. You're gonna do it here. Make sure it's same size. Okay. Once you have the size, you're gonna attach this to the other 2 pinch twists on the shoe. Once you attach it, the allowance, you can just pluck it off. Make sure you secure everything. Okay. And you should have something like this. Na-na. Take the excess balloons that we leave it. Okay, we can just pump it out a little bit. Okay, we're gonna add it at the 2 white pinch twists here. And we're gonna do we're gonna do a long bubble, not too long, slightly shorter by a bit. Long bubble here, one bubble. So one long, one bubble, and we're gonna take the bubble into a pinch twist. Okay, and another long one, and a bubble, and the bubble to so you should have a long bubble, a pinch twist, a long bubble, a pinch twist, and lastly a long bubble that is same size as this. Okay, add here, like this. Okay, I'm gonna just make it short. Okay, and we're gonna tie it back into the pinch twist. Okay, and you can see it has a little coat behind here. Okay, once you've done this, we can proceed to take our 2 160 black. Okay, we're gonna tie them together. Make sure they are in the same length like this. About here, about this length. Okay. And we're gonna tie a knot here. Like this. Okay? Once you tie a knot here, we can cut off one of the part. You know, the shorter one, we can cut off one. Okay? And these two parts, okay, we're gonna connect into the pinch twist at the side here, like this. If you want to, if not, we can have it hang it like this. Okay, you can hang it like this, and you just need to tie the back together. Just tie the back together. Okay, we're just gonna hang it here. Okay, like that. And we're gonna take our 260 chrome silver. You just need to pump up a little bit. Okay, once you have this, we're gonna take the black color one. We're gonna do an apple twist. How do you do an apple twist? If you have seen my other video, I have taught of it. So we just need to slot this balloon and this balloon on the nozzle like this. Okay, slide it in. We're gonna squeeze it inwards using our finger like this. Okay, once you've done this, my finger, as you can see, is here. So you're gonna just use the other hand to take the nozzle inside and pull out my finger. Once I pull out, and make a twist like this. Okay, once I make a twist, this part I will pluck it off. Okay, and I'm gonna tie it. So if I don't tie it, will just come off. So you need to make sure you tie it. Okay, you should have something like that. Okay, and this part we're gonna push it back in. Like this. So you won't be able to see the knot. Okay, and we are done with our doctor. And you can take this one to here. And of course, last but not least, we're gonna draw our eyes. So I will fasten this process. And we are done. So this is how you can make a boy. Okay, you can always change the clothing to whatever you want it to be. Like this time round, I make it as a doctor. Okay, you can change it to other character too. Like of course you can also have other creative, like adding a rabbit ears. It can be an Easter Day specials. Really hope you like this video, and I hope you really learned something from it. And if you like my balloon tutorial, please do subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. And I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.